Hello and welcome back to the documentary series From Research to Reality. I'm Jeff Garrett, Queensland Chief Scientist. Over the last 6 weeks, we've looked at a range of Queensland's scientific, technical and entrepreneurial business and individuals that drive them. This week we meet and listen to some of the savvy women and the outstanding things they're achieving in the biotech and information technology industries.
Well, we're involved in women in technology, not because it's women in technology, but because we believe it's important that anybody in Queensland who is striving to do their best needs to be supported and encouraged. And the fact that they're women, well, that's just a bonus. Quite honestly, it's really about supporting the industry in Queensland in all its aspects and all its players. And we think it's important that we support those who try to help themselves.
Women in Technology is one of Queensland's most respected and active technology industry associations. It represents women's interest, provides professional development, networking, mentoring, and promotes the achievement of women in the technology industries. WIT was founded in 1997 with an initial membership of 10 and has grown to an association supporting several hundred members and several thousand affiliated associations. In 2002, the association changed its name to Women in Technology, to show that we're supporting people not just from the information technology sector, but also the broader biotechnology and engineering fields. We now have 2 different chapters, a biotechnology and an infotechnology chapter. The organisation has become an icon for Queensland women working in the technology industries and aims to promote and encourage women in what are typically male-dominated roles.
In terms of the WIT organisation, it's of many layers. First and foremost, it's people that are established researchers such as Christine, and it recognises those people. And similarly, it's like for people that are at early career research stage such as myself, so it recognises our contribution and contributions that we might be able to make in the future in terms of biotechnology. And I think that's important because if you look at science, and in particular women in science, you see that now we have a recognition of many layers. So it shows, young females that are in school, for example, there is a profession that your peers will recognise you for, and that's the actual WIT Awards, which are unique in Australia.
The programs that Women in Technology run to help women in the technology sectors include a number of personal and professional development workshops. For example, in the last year, we've run workshops focusing on successful networking and also on getting the most from your research dollar. We've run a very successful senior ICT professionals program as part of a careers pathway program. And Women in Technology also runs a Getting Back to IT program that's aimed at women who've had an absence from the workforce, and it encourages them to come back and be an active member of our ICT group. It's very important that these women get the support and encouragement. We do work with them on their resumes, we have a module on work-life balances, and we also help to prepare them for the return to the ICT industry. As you may not know, women are very few in the technology sector, and it's vital that we retain all of our trained professionals. On top of this, and to prepare women for senior positions, we run a board readiness program. The Women in Technology Board Readiness Program has been recognised as one of the top 100 programs for the support of women in science and engineering in the world, and we are very proud of this achievement. We have many successful graduates from this program that we've produced to date. We have the women who've gone through the program who've moved forward not only into board roles, but also into senior management positions within their organisation. This program really develops and encourages these people. It talks to them about their duties and responsibilities as a board member, and it's a fantastic stepping stone into some of the other programs that are available for them.
Be self-confident, have a go. The worst that can happen is that you won't necessarily be as successful as you hoped for, but that's better than not having a go. I think one other comment is that if you've got limited time to network, then you've got to do it in an intelligent way. And networking skills can be learnt. So, if you can only go to one event a month, then the next day when you get to your desk, you need to be popping an email to the person that you met the night before and starting to develop that relationship. Or volunteering your time to be involved with an industry association like Women in Technology, for example, but not just being the person that perhaps puts name tags on people at the door, perhaps getting involved in a panel like this or some other sort of visible role. So I think, you know, we do have less time perhaps as women to network, but we have to acknowledge how important it is and do it very smartly and talk to women who you admire as good networkers and ask them their tips. And sometimes they're very simple, but they can really increase your networking power. And I just have to say that I think I've got all but one of my jobs through my network, and I've had some brilliant jobs. I think I've applied for one job in my entire career. So it's important to remember that your networks can deliver great opportunities, and that's where most jobs come from.
So is this a good place for us to bring in the topic of mentoring? I think mentoring becomes very, in my view anyway, mentoring is very important for anyone launching into any career. Barbara, has there been mentors in your career along the way?
Again, when I came through, you just did it tough. You're tough to know. But over the last, of course, people realise just how invaluable mentoring is. Women in Technology have focused on mentoring anybody coming into the industry for a long time, very successfully. And I think it's incredibly important that you do get involved in some sort of program, because just the sharing of the journeys your mentor has taken can sometimes help you in your decision making and make life a little bit easier when you are trying to make those decisions about the rest of your life. We've all discussed this in Women in Technology and in every area that I work in, that if you look at advertisements, that be they on Seek or whatever, women will go, oh, I better not apply for that, I can only do 60% of that. Whereas most of the men will go, oh, I can do 45% of that, I'll apply for that because what I won't know, I'll just find out once I get there. But we don't even apply because we think, oh, we've got to really be a lot higher up in that chart of what we can really do there. So it sort of goes all the way through. We are quite humble, and sometimes, you know, it's the loud voices.